I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Please join us in singing. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God, Lord, is in this place.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Sunday service at Everett Unity. Let's start our time together today with a reading from the Daily Word. Sunday, July 30th. I feel inspired watching a young child discover new things, eyes wide with awe and wonder. Even the smallest experiences, feeling the tickle of a butterfly on the skin or blowing the seeds of a dandelion, are marveled at with joy. I think of this when disappointing life experiences chip away at my sense of awe and appreciation. Today, I let go of disillusionment and open my heart and my eyes to once again live in wonder. As I view life anew, I renew my belief in the goodness of life and of all people. I open myself to the unexpected treasures happening all around me each day. Wonder is a precious gift, one I use to appreciate the marvels unfolding before me. The scripture today from Acts chapter 3, verse 10. They are filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to him. Our chaplain will lead us in an opening prayer.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let's just take a moment and set aside the concerns of the day. Just settle into our place. Maybe put your feet on the floor and feel the pressure of the floor on the bottom of your feet. Take a deep breath and allow that breath to fill your lungs. And when you get to the maximum capacity, take a little bit more air in and let it out. Let us join. As we dive deeper into our prayer this morning, I'd like to offer a prayer for our beloved community. Blessed Spirit, we are called by your wisdom, your love, your peace, and harmony for our community. We feel your presence within us as we continue to elevate and transform and improve our connection with you. And now I'd like to offer a prayer for the world and call us back to the two great commandments that were given that are the laws of the universe. The first is that we love God, the all good in everyone, with all our heart, all our mind, and all of our soul, and with all of our strength. And the second law of the universe, that we love our neighbor as we would love ourselves. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Pam. What a wonderful prayer. Well, now Rick's going to lead us in a new song. It's inside your bulletin. Could one of our ushers please bring Reverend Bonnie and I a list of the lyrics since we don't know them by heart yet? Thank you. Oh, good. Sorry, Bonnie has one. Bonnie's got one already. So, little piece of paper inside your bulletin. Now get ready. You know Rick. Rick is going to jazz this up for us a little bit. So if you came in a little tired, you're going to be energized in the next minute here. Get ready.
Don't stay seated for just a minute because I want to introduce this song. This is a new song for the church. And you know, there's these songs that the music just moves you, and the words of love just go to your heart and bring tears to your eyes. Well, this isn't one of those songs. This is just a good old joy song. And to tell you where it came from, this is actually a product of Fun Night. Because I'll tell you, there was one night when Terry was leading us in a rousing song, and when we got done, someone said, "We ought to do this Sunday morning." And someone else said, "Yeah, we'll have them rocking in the pews." Well, from that, this song was born. I'm going to sing I'll sing the first verse, and then I'll go back to the beginning, and you all join me and sing the entire song. That's the plan. So if you want to go ahead and stand now, and if you're able, and join me in singing. Kick us off, Terry. Here's how it goes. We are rockin' in the pews. We are rockin' in the pews. Show the world that we're awake when we make this building shake. We are rockin' in the pews. First verse, join me now. We are rockin' in the pews. That's it. We are rockin' in the pews. Show the world that we're awake when we make this building shake. We are rockin' in the pews, yeah. We are singing in the pews. We are singing in the pews. With the music in the air, hear the song go everywhere. We are singing in the pews. We are dancing in the pews. We are dancing in the pews. With our hands and with our feet, we can feel that happy beat. We are dancing in the pews. You got it now. We have joy in the pews. We have joy in the pews. And we are whole, and we love to rock and roll. We have joy in the pews. We have rockin' in the pews. Sing it out. We are rockin' in the pews. Show the world that we're awake when we make this building shake. We are rockin' in the pews. Yeah. Feel that joy right here. Now go ahead and have a seat. But by the way, that came from Fun Night, and it just so happens we have Fun Night coming up this Friday. So I'm going to segue into a shameless plug here and let you know, you want more of that joy, you come this Friday, 6:30 starts. I'll tell you, we've got Terry cranking out the songs again. I'll see if I can get a game of sequence going for you gamers. Some of you already know what that is. And I got to warn you about something. In September, First Friday falls on the Labor Day weekend. We're going to take a month off in September. So if you want to come to Fun Night, you better come this Friday or you don't get to come till October. So we'll see you there. Thank you.
October. I don't even want to think about October. Before you know it will be October. Holy smokes. That was fun. Thank you, Rick. Well, I'd like to introduce you to the people who are most visibly serving you today. You were greeted by our ushers, which I think were Skeet and Dina. Is that correct? Awesome. I'm always glad when that works out. Yvonne and Sophie are hosting our social hour. Audio-video support's being provided by Walter, Terry, and Josh. You met our chaplain Pam a moment ago. Music, of course, is provided by Terry, Steve, and Rick. And my name is Cindy. I almost forgot that part. And our dear friend, Reverend Bonnie Bernard, is here with us again. Bonnie is the spiritual leader. Bonnie is the spiritual leader at the Unity Spiritual Center in Spokane. She's the author of 6 books, including Affirmative Prayer, Becoming Your Own Prayer Answered. I botched that. Affirmative Prayer, Becoming Your Own Prayer Answered. She's one of 3 spiritual teachers facilitating a women's retreat Thursday, August 31st in Spokane. So if you're interested in attending that, I have flyers downstairs if you'd like more information. She also writes a free weekly blog on her website, bonniebernard.com. She's committed to living her life from spirit and is grateful to be with us today, and we are grateful to have you back. I'm so glad. I'm always thrilled when a minister who has another church that she's responsible for is able to get away for a hot minute and come and share some time with us, because it's not easy when you are the leader of the church to get away. So I'd like to call your attention to the bulletin that you received when you came in. Just a reminder, this is the last week of the month, so you can get a feel for what's coming next month with our with our book study group, our meditation group, our Course in Miracles group, of course, our Friday Fun Night, which will be August 4th, coming up this coming Friday. And then I want to remind you, on August 8th, we start our new book study group. We're going to be reading A Bigger Table by John Pavlovitz. I read a little of it, one of the reviews off the back of the book for you a week or so ago. I'd like to read another one for you. This is from Mike Morell, writer and collaborating author on The Divine Dance. If you're like me, you've been both challenged and encouraged by John Pavlovitz's concise, heartfelt, passionate, and prophetic examinations of the cruelties and incongruities of so much of contemporary Christianity and American culture. And if you're like me, you come away from John's blog wondering, where do we go from here? A Bigger Table is John's imitable answer to just this question. Pull up a chair next to an unexpected Jesus and his fellow misfit dinner companions. It's time for a bigger table. So if you would like to read this book and learn more about this concept of building messy, authentic, and hopeful spiritual community, join us the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month from 2 to 3:30 p.m. We would love to have you join us. So, yes? You were blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. That's what you came for, wasn't it? Okay, I'm glad you said something. Yes, Therese? August 8th, 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month. You guys are good sports about that, man. If we don't do something weekly, I know how hard it is to keep track of it. Oh, wait, it's the 3rd Tuesday of the month. I'm at the social hall, and there's no book study. I won't call you out. Some of you have come and joined me as I was leaving the office for the day. All right, my friends. So let's get ready to sing together again. Rick's going to lead us in song number 14 from our Melodies from the Spirit Songbook. When you find that, stand as you are able, and we'll sing together again.
Okay, we're going to bring it down a little bit. The greatest thing in all my life is knowing you. The greatest thing in all my life is knowing you. I want to know you more. I want to know you more. thing in all my life is loving you. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. I want to love you more. I want to love you more. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. Serving. Oh, we're done. I guess we're not going to do the third verse. Okay, thank you. We'll try it right here. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you. I want to serve you more. I want to serve you more. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you. Very nice. You may be seated.
So let's go ahead and close our eyes. And just take in the vibrational residue from that song that we sung together. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you, knowing you, serving you, and connecting with that divine you that lives within me. And so let's place our attention upon our breath. And let's feel our breath as it caresses the insides of our body temple. The breath that is known by the mystics as the Holy Spirit herself. And as we place our attention upon our breath, let's just notice that we aren't breathing ourselves, but the breath is breathing us. And if you notice that your energy is scattered all about, scattered back in your car, your home, 2 weeks ago, it's scattered into the future, it's scattered in worry, concern, pull your energy with your intention back into your body temple and let your breath rock it. And if you notice any wayward energy remaining, bring it in. And with your attention upon your breath, allow yourself to relax. There's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. Relax. And with your attention upon your breath, just imagine that you can see and feel it moving all the way through your body to the very edges of your skin. And just feel your body full of the life of God. And the more mystical a person becomes, the less food they eat. They're fed by the breath of God, the energy of God that surrounds them in their field. So allow yourself to have your energy go just beyond your skin and feel what it feels like when heaven touches earth, when the holy touches the body. And allow yourself to breathe it in and breathe it out. And with intention and not effort, just allow yourself to receive more light particles from within you and from without you. You don't have to do a thing, but turn them on with intention. I turn on the light of God intentionally within, and I accept more of it from without. So just breathe in that divine light that you are. And send that light through your feet to the earth surrounding this beautiful center. Down Broadway and across to Everett, Washington. And just notice how freely Spirit moves with your guidance. And now we'll start bringing that energy and that attention back into our own body temples. Through our intention, bringing it back. From all over Everett, back down through Broadway, back under this center, into your body. Allow yourself to experience the revival and the renewal of your divine self, of your God self, of the only thing that is. And so we'll take just a moment of silence. And during this moment, allow yourself to feel the light within you, the vibration of God's good. I give thanks to and from the only thing that is God, and so it is. Amen.
Here we are, the summer of the year. We celebrate the seasons, the road that brought us here, always searching for hope all around, sending prayers up to the sky over every little town. Can we savor every cycle of the moon, just stirring up the tides on a stormy afternoon, where our beaches stay so strong. We can take in that view as night comes on. Let's walk down by the beach and renew. Maybe catch an early star or the rising moon. I think that is all we'll need to do. Let's walk down by the beach and renew. Renew. It'll just be me and you. Renew. And this day will do. This moment is a present. It'll only take a few. Let's walk down by the beach and renew. Now this here is the time of our lives. Oh, we can thrive or simply survive. Oh, but never, never throw it all away. Instead, let me hold you in my heart. Oh, my friends, let's hold each other's hearts and renew. We can glow from our souls in this perfect little room. I think that is all we'll need to do. Hold each other's hearts, make one out of two. Hold each other's hearts and renew. Renew. It'll just be me and you. Renew. This day will do. This moment is a present. It'll only take a few. Let's hold each other's hearts and renew. You can hang on to me. I'll hang on to you. Let's hold each other's hearts and renew.
Thank you so much. Let's hold each other's hearts and renew. That just sounds so delightful. Welcome to all seekers of truth, and welcome to all knowers of truth, and welcome to all revealers of truth. I am so glad to be here today. And before I give any talk, before I prepare any talk, I ask the divine presence within me what is mine to share with you. And so today is not a traditional kind of talk for me because it's very directive. It's packed filled with information. And so I invite you to take notes, to just listen and feel the energy of it, or to go back online and watch it repeatedly, because what I'm sharing this morning I think is very important. And knowing that it's headier than I normally do, I will probably stop throughout and have you say something kind to your neighbor just so we break up the energy. So I want to start first with a quote from Nikola Tesla. And he says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Albert Einstein, concerning matter, we have all been wrong. What we have called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. An unknown scientist. Human beings are vibrational, repeated patterns of spinning vortices of interactive energy. So, in other words, science says all there is energy. And as mystics who have studied and lived from the divine presence of God, we say all there is God. So we interchange that word, energy, with the word God, divine, love, whatever quality that it is that we are living into at the time. That's all that is. There isn't other. So I went to the Unity Convention, I think it was last month, I believe it was, and there was a guest speaker, and he said that during the time when Clinton was in office, that our knowledge doubled every 18 months. Now our knowledge as humanity doubles every 12 hours. Our world is changing. Our world is chaotic. Our world could be seen or called as crazy, insane, all kinds of things at times. We have gotten to a point where we have found ways to be able to end civilization in multiple ways from our own behavior. I believe it's time that you and I learn and know how to manage our own energy fields as we go through all of these changes that are happening in our external world. I believe in short order, these will become basic skills that we all need to know. And so I want to share with you what I know about who we are as energy beings and what we can do to manage our energy selves. How does that sound? Okay. Sound okay? Excellent. So to make this concrete, I'm going to use the example of a colleague of mine who I've been working with. She is a minister and gets burnt out regularly. And she finds herself at moments of depletion and saying, how do I bring back my energy field when I feel empty inside? And many of you may have no idea what I'm talking about, but I would venture to guess that you probably do. So I started looking at what is it that depletes an energy system. And this is what I've come up with, and this is what I shared with her. When some major area of your life is not coherent with who you are to be on this planet, you will start getting depleted. If you are in wrong relationship, if you are in wrong work, if you are doing wrong tasks, if you are living in the wrong place, you start noticing that your battery cells, your energy being, yourself starts depleting. And the way to determine if this is your issue is to be brutally honest with yourself. We tend to tell ourselves lastly the truth instead of firstly. So if we are not in coherence with our soul, then it's first our opportunity to be able to get real with ourselves and say, this is not working. I'm trying to make something fit that doesn't fit anymore. And with as quickly as the energy patterns in our universe is changing, it's really hard nowadays to hold on to something that doesn't work. I have come to find in my own experience is that when I am doing something that is not mine to do, by letting it go, then somebody else gets to do it, whose it is to do. And that happens at the center, at the church, all the time. I was not put on the planet at all, let's make this very clear, to be an administrator. And let's be really clear about it. I did not invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in my consciousness and travel the world to study with all the greatest teachers. And I did not enter into meditation and prayer for 3 years of silence so that I could administer a building. So I'm really clear. What happens when I say this is not mine to do is someone else steps forward and says, it's mine, it's mine. And so two people get to be very happy. So when you stop to say, am I doing what is mine to do, or am I doing someone else's work, and you get really clear, am I in my relationship? I have counseled many, many, many couples who at the end of their relationship decided that they were complete and it was time to move on. And when they did, they both got to fall in love. You know, they were complete, and then they got to go on and have a different experience in their path. Staying together would not have allowed that. So it's always looking at, is this mine, is this not mine, when we find ourselves depleted. The next thing I said is to look at giving, when we look at giving attention to what is not important in our lives, we deplete our own energy. So what I do as a practice every morning is I sit down and I say, what are my 3 priorities today? That at the end of the day, if they're complete, I will feel satisfied. And I ask divine guidance to give me my marching orders. And then when I do, there's an alignment, and so thus there is more energy. Being in a toxic environment with low vibrational toxic people depletes energy fields. So if by chance you have to be, AKA they might be in your family, limit your time. Don't be alone. Double your time that same day in meditation and prayer. And why do I say this? And I'm speaking truth to truth, is you guys all realize that low vibrational toxic individuals can't see themselves. And so what they do is they project over everyone who's sitting in front of them. They take their projection and dump it out. And therefore, it ends up being more clutter energetically. So we just are smart and we limit our time if it's necessary. And then lastly, what I shared to my colleague is look at what you're eating. If you're eating and drinking chemicals, then it's going to affect and impact your energy field. And so those to me are primary depleters. And then I looked at what are our energy tools. And we have 3. One is our intention, and our intention is how we direct our thought. So it's like having a pipe system where water flows, is we get to decide where our attention goes. Where our attention goes, energy flows. So when if we start getting depleted, we could look throughout the day and say, where was it that I put my attention where I didn't want it? You know, we start becoming really discerning about where it is that we place our attention. Our second energy tool is time. And we get to determine how much time we spend invested in a situation. And lastly, it's money. Money, currency, current, flow, energy. That's one of our other tools. Now, before I go any further, because you look like you're just on the verge of falling asleep, turn to the person next to you and say, I love your energy. Excellent. Thank you so very much. Okay, so in talking with my client then, I suggested, and this was so powerful, to make an inventory on where your energy leaks. And this is something I did the last couple months myself, and it's really powerful. And it is, again, being honest with yourself and saying, where do my words and actions not align? So you're making your inventory list of where you're leaking, and you say, where do my words and actions not align? Because you want coherence in order to expand energy. You look at, where is clutter in my life? Ooh, I got a live audience now. Yes, where is clutter in my life? Because it's the first law of the universe is order, and clutter impedes everything. And it also makes us feel a false sense of safety. And so once we remove the clutter, then we're able to feel more of our own field, and that's what we want to be able to do. And then we evaluate our inner circle of relationships. If we have in our inner circle, those who are the closest to us, those that we love the most, those that we spend the most amount of time with, if we have bemoaners and complainers in that inner circle, we will be, as my therapist friend said, cut to death by a million different cuts. We will be energetically receiving low vibrational energy that gets in the way of us bringing forth our gifts and our talents into the world. So we want to look at our inner circle, and at our center, there's this wonderful woman who I just deeply love, and I was talking to her the other day, and she was so excited because there's this lovely woman in our center who just is so clean that when she walks in a room, you could see her radiance. She's just beautiful. And she was so excited because she was going to become her friend. And I said to her, "Oh, you're upgrading your friendships right now?" And she goes, "Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing." So when you take an evaluation, part of what you get to say is, are these people worthy of me? Is this person worthy to be my friend? And not from a place of superiority, but from a place of, this is your life. You are the divine presence of God in form as expression here on the planet to give forth a gift and talent. If you have someone in your inner circle who is raining down negativity on you regularly, you don't get to be you in this lifetime. And I think it's too important to be us fully. And so looking at the inner circle of friends is important. Let's see, unforgiveness. Is there any situations, people that you haven't forgiven? And I have a completely different definition of forgiveness as most people do. My definition is that, have you seen whatever that perceived offense is? Have you seen at least 3 gifts in that offense? And if you haven't, you're not done with it. So we learn from the story of Joseph that everything exists for our highest good, that God only brings us, the divine presence within us, only brings us what we need in order to grow and prosper. That's the gig. So if we are making a situation or a person wrong, then that means that we have yet to cultivate, to cull out the good that's in there. And so I make my list and I say, what does this mean? What does this mean? And sometimes I can see, this is the gift they gave me, is that I did not embody the amount of power and presence that I could have in that situation. And I'm going to change. So whatever it is, spend time with yourself, get really clear on unforgiveness. It is, can I see 3 gifts in there? And if I can't, I'm not done with it yet. And then looking at, in your inventory, where am I playing small in my life, or where am I withholding my life energy? And then this is a really good one, and this is what my most recent blog was written about, is where won't you give yourself what you want? So in your inventory list, with your energy field, with your vibrancy, your buoyancy, your bigness, your divine presence of love here on the planet, what do you want that you're not willing to give to yourself? And looking at that is really profound. So once you've made a list, then sit with it to gain what the patterns are, what the insights are, what it is that you're to know about you in order to restore your energy. Is this helpful? Okay, time to turn to your neighbor and to say, I am so grateful that you were here today. All right. So the next question becomes then, how do we increase our energy field? So I've talked about what depletes us. I've talked about what our 3 tools are. And then I spoke about doing an inventory. And then now I want to talk about what increases our energy. And I will share you the list that I came up with, and I'm guessing you have some more to add to the list. It is joy. When I'm experiencing joy, my energy field expands. Rest. I was talking with Cindy earlier today about rest. Our whole world shifts when we've had a good night's sleep. Giving grace to somebody else expands our energy field. How many times has someone around you screwed up and you've gotten angry, judgmental, whatever, and that is God's giving you that opportunity. It literally is a gift for you to go, how can I help? It's the heart in the, holding the heart in the hand, or whatever that song was that was so pretty, is giving the grace from me to somebody else and leaving evidence of grace in a trail behind us. Creativity, connecting to love, doing aligned soul action or coherence, engaging in curiosity. Whatever you're curious about is from your soul. Nobody else has that same curiosity, the same time, the same way, and you get that opportunity to indulge in it. That's part of our learning, growing edge. Being outside in nature, being disconnected with devices. We have yet to know what all of that does to our energy fields, but what I can tell you, if you are depleted, those devices get turned off. You go outside, you hug a tree, you lay on the grass, and you allow your being to reconcentrate, because those devices, with all of their allure, take us away from our own integrated self. Physical movement and change in direction. So when I did this inventory list 3 weeks ago, I went, oh my gosh, here are some things I want to change about my own life. And then I made some change in directions and started moving toward them. In moving towards the change that you're making with your direction, your whole entire body is responding in delight, I will say, but in compliance with who you are becoming. So in this model that I'm talking about, everything is energy. Everything has intelligence. Everything is awake and aware. So when we do our meditations, we are meditating not from our head, we are meditating from our entire being. There is intelligence in the hair on my big toe. Yes, you wanted to know that. There is intelligence in my heart. There is intelligence in my veins. Every single part of my being, as the scientists have told us, is energy that it has slowed down enough to take form. And so what I know when I meditate is this is a full body experience that I am allowing myself to ingest in, to be in. So our meditation today, I purposefully had us go and gather all of our energy. I had us sit with it, and I allowed us to, or invited us to feel the energy that comes from the edge of our skin. And I did that intentionally, because each one of us here has got this beautiful, like you see with saints, we've got these beautiful, vibrant light fields that surround us. Each one of us do. And we tend to be so focused in life on what we don't want and don't like, that we aren't tending to this field of light that just encompasses us. And part of owning our divine self is to allow it to feed us. So we sit in meditation and we allow that light to come into our bodies. And any one of us who has studied or read anything about our body temples know that there's like 80-90% of our cells are pure light. So we're allowing the light outside in our field to activate the light inside in our cells, and the light inside of our cells to go and activate in our field. And so we are allowing ourselves to be spiritually fed energetically. And this shifts who we are and how we show up in the world, and it gives us our energy back. So we did the meditation together today. I promised a couple insights on spiritual practices. So the next spiritual practice, I would love if you would stand, if you can, if you're able. And have you guys heard about in affirmative prayer that we claim something? We claim like I am prosperous. We claim like I am whole. You guys following me? The claiming part that we do? So there's two claiming parts that I do when I'm shifting my energy field that I involve my whole body in. And the first one is called the never again claim. And this is when I stomp my feet and I say to the universe, never again. And so I may say, never again will I intentionally indulge in the idea of lack. Okay, so do this one with me and stomp your feet and use your whole body. Never again will I indulge in the perception of lack. Okay, change words a little bit. Let's do it again. Never again will I indulge in the perception of lack. Again, never again will I indulge in the perception of lack. Awesome. Now here's the second one that I do. And I learned this from a lady that I took Reiki with, and we would do these. Part of Reiki was just ritual after ritual after ritual. And I'm just like, here's another ritual. And she is in them and being transformed in front of me. So she clearly was doing something different than I was. And I asked her, what are you doing? And she said, after the end of each ritual, I say, and I mean it. And so I go, oh my God, that's so good. So I may pray, I may claim, okay? So I'm going to claim right now, I live a good life of God, and I mean it. Okay, ready? I live a good life of God, and I mean it. Okay, again, I live a good life of God, and I mean it. And I remember the day that I was in my bedroom, and I sat and I said, oh my gosh, if I really want to, this was a long time ago, but I said, if I really want to live this stuff, I have to be willing to be seen as a God gal. And then I go, what does that mean? And I could see myself walking down the street and having all of my neighbors pointing at me and going, oh, can't you tell? She's a God gal. She glows. She has money. She's happy. She has good relationships. And I sat there with it all, and I was like, am I willing to be in a world that is really cranky, that happy? And the answer is yes. So together, let's say I am willing to live a good life, and I mean it. Ready? I am willing to live a good life, and I mean it. Okay, great. Sit down. So as far as growing energy fields, I could give you all, and I'm not going to, I could give you the entire list of spiritual practices and how they influence us energetically. But what I shared with you this morning was the meditation where we can be fed by the light outside of us and the light inside of us. And then we did what I call hard line claiming. And that is when I use my body and I own it in the universe. And then lastly, the spiritual practice I'm going to suggest is giving. Whatever it is that you think you don't have in your life or you want to have in your life, give it away, and it will come pressed down and flowing over. So when it comes time to give today financially, I really invite you to get uncomfortable. I invite you to give more than you normally give. I invite you to feel really like scared to death, because instead of giving, however much you're giving 5% more or 10%, but I just want you to have that feeling of unease so that you can grow into that bigger part of yourself and learn to trust the divine presence of God within you and outside of you to deliver and to replenish. So giving in all of its different forms, whether it's giving compliments, giving praise, giving money, giving grace, giving whatever, the givingness is the point, because it circulates and recircles back. So this is a stretch. Giving more than you're comfortable with is a stretch for the practice of trusting the divine within you. So this is a lot. I gave you a lot today. This is not, like I said, my typical talks that usually have fun stories and have us giggle and all kinds of stuff. But this is what I felt compelled to share. We are in a changing world. Be really, really, really compassionate with yourself. We need you. We need each one of us. We need each one of us to show up as the light of God that we are, so that others have the opportunity to see their way and to feel safe at a time when our world is saying a lot different. Let's close in prayer. And so I just give thanks that all there is God. All there is energy. All there is life force. And so I give thanks that, as Nikola Tesla says, that when we become aware that it is all energy and it is all frequency and it is all vibration, we can start seeing ourselves, our lives, our outpicturing, our relationships, our church center. We could start seeing every aspect of our life differently. From a place of truth, from a place of expanded nature, from a place of curiosity, and from a place of being alive. And so I give thanks that we know this. I give thanks that we're equipped for this. And I give thanks that God is always wanting to love us more, to prosper us more, to delight in us more, to light us up more. For it is an ever-expanding nature of the only thing that is, and I call it good. And so for the opportunity to be here with you today, and for the grace of God that has been bestowed within each one of us, I do give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Everyone is shell-shocked. Yeah. So, if you came here today expecting a different message, I apologize, because this message was personally for me. So I hope you were able to benefit from it, but this was for me in a profound way that I may not, maybe someday I will share with you, but not today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Bonnie. That was just, it was perfect. How many times have you been so moved that you didn't even clap? All right, let's sing together again. Rick's going to lead us in song number 59 in the Melodies from the Spirit, Melodies from the Heart songbook. Stand if you are able, and we will sing together.
Feel God's energy as you sing this song. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord. Right now, in my body, right now, my mind, right now, in my spirit, right now, in my heart. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord. Right now, in my body, right now, in my heart. I am now and have always been in the presence of the Lord.
Well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves. This is how it goes. I am prosperous, and I mean it. I am prosperous always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. Remember, always. And I mean it. And I mean it. Oh, man, I wish I had a nickel for every time I'm going to hear that the next month. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. Remember, always meaning forever and ever, and always as in all forms. That energy, it's there. The only thing that blocks it is you. So let's think about this offering, this gift, this generosity that we have within us, that we share amongst each other, that expands the more you share it. And bless our offering. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Amen.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpower we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate. Look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes, 'cause there's a silver lining. You just have to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. I see you searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do, and I think I'm trying. When it gets frightening, frightening, oh, look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature. Everyone is God. Everyone is love and light and vibration. I see who you are. You're just like me. I get lost sometimes and I came here to do, but I keep on trying. When it gets frightening, frightening, oh, look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good, look for the good, look for the good in everyone.
Thank you all so much. What a delightful service. And now let us join. Here at Everett Unity, we are taught about the reciprocal nature of the divine. What we give out, we get back, multiplied. Gratitude is our heart's natural expression. We need no special reason to be thankful, no list of blessings to inspire gratitude. It simply flows forth from within and becomes a causative agent. With a thankful heart and a thankful mind, we now release worry and frustration, trusting that our every need will indeed be met. We discover more of God's presence in ourselves and others everywhere we go. We see possibilities for good in challenging circumstances. Eager to share our thankfulness, we welcome opportunities to be of service to others, just as we gratefully accept blessings shared with us. We live in the flow of life, love, peace, and beauty. We are thankful. And so we lean into that thankfulness. We breathe into that breath of gratitude for ourselves, for our mind, for our body, for our spirit. And now we have the opportunity to feed ourselves from the spiritual buffet called prayer, meditation, affirmations, and sacred service. As we feed ourselves, we know, my dear friends, that we are indeed the vehicles through which we serve not only ourselves, but our community and our world. And so we give thanks for this opportunity to feed from the sacred soil of God itself. We let go and we let God. And now we anchor this prayer and affirm it is so. And all God's children say, Amen.
All right, my friends. Well, Pam is available for prayer support after the service if you'd like to come down and have a moment with her before you leave this morning. We have social hour. Please come downstairs and have a cup of coffee and a treat if you have time. And I would like to remind you as we gather around the sanctuary and hold hands and say our prayer of protection, keep our friend Tom and his family in mind as he is continuing to be in the hospital and face some challenges. And then our friend Dana Senders is also in the hospital, doing well, but also needing some prayer support. So let's do what we do best and send them love and support as we move forward with our day. So let's join together now, circle around the room, we'll say our prayer of protection and sing our peace song.